Why do we have such a powerful Navi Dafka in the times of Achav? Why did the Tanakh devote a number of prakim Dafka to the events surrounding Eliyahu and Achav, along with the events in the times of Eliyahu's student Elisha? For this, we have to bridge between this parak and the end of the previous one. Achav is a complicated character, much more than it may appear at first glance. It's time to go back and cover some of the crucial geographical hints that the Navi provides us to help us put together the pieces, creating the greater picture depicted through these events. Starting with Yeravam ben Nevat, until halfway through Omri's rule, the capital was in Tirzah. Tirzah, the city, is in Nachal Tirzah. It's an area that connects between the important area of Shechem and heads out towards the Jordan Valley and to the area of Ever HaYarden. The path through this valley is known as Derech Mavo HaShemesh, the way of the setting sun. This is the way that Avram and Yaakov entered the land, and as such, they crossed from the area of the Yabok right across the way, basically right into Nachal Tirzah, and that brings them around to Shechem. From there, they can ascend gradually up into the mountains, Derech HaAvot, and more or less through the heart of the land of the Tanakh. Placing the capital here served to unite the Shvatim on either side of the Yarden. Now, Omri has to build up a sturdy kingdom upon the rubble of wave after wave of civil wars, including over 4 years of his own civil war against Tivni and his backers. On the one hand, perhaps similar to the choosing of Yerushalayim as a capital that could unite the Shvatim, after Yeravam and Ephraim ben Yosef and Baasha of Yisachar couldn't unite the nation into a kingdom and everything broke down into tribal wars, perhaps here was a chance for a dynasty from Manasseh to unite the northern tribes into a proper kingdom. And to do so, he purchases the city Shomron, Sebastia, in the northern part of the region, which today in its entirety is called the Shomron, named for this important city and capital in its midst. It could also be that the area of the Shomron, of the city Shomron, was more protected. It had better natural defenses, and this could be very important after king had been killed and overthrown. In the times of Achav, we even have a rare time of peace between Yehuda and Yisrael. In theory, this could have saved the day, if not for the other main reason to move the capital to the Shomron. This is a crucial point. It seems that Omri was set on turning the northern kingdom into an incredibly wealthy powerhouse, and they certainly succeeded. If until now the small enemies like the Plishtim, as they were by this point, could stand against them, that's because of the local tribal wars. But now, they're united and a force to be reckoned with. How does he make this transformation? He shifts the focus from uniting east and west, as was the goal with the capital of Tirzah, to connecting with the Phoenicians to the north. Shomron was more suited to such a connection, and certainly even more so once another palace was set up in Yisrael itself. Perhaps building up Yericho again was also a sign of abandoning the Shvatim to the east. Now there was a fortified city again on the eastern border, though the eastern border should really extend to include the Shvatim east of the Jordan. Marrying off his son Achav to the Phoenician princess Izebel and bringing in their worship of Baal on a huge scale. On the one hand, this was an incredibly evil thing to do. On the other, it brought incredible wealth and prosperity. Who will be sent to try to bring back the balance? To get rid of the Baal and help Achav to reunite the nation with the Shvatim to the east as well? Eliyahu HaGiladi, an incredibly influential Navi coming davka from the area of the Gilad east of the Jordan. Eliyahu is a Navi with a very strong character, but is not uncommon. A very strong-willed father like Omri, the general turned king, raised a relatively timid son, Achav. He often has difficulty showing leadership skills, making tough decisions, and taking real action on his own. As such, he's paired with the evil Izebel, who is also of a strong character and really takes the lead, as his father had done for him until that point. Hashem sends each Navi as they're needed. In this case, if Achav is to have any chance of standing up and doing the right thing, he needs a Navi with a strong character. A Navi who at other times, with a more charismatic king, may lead to a head-on collision with no one gaining from the interaction. But here it's really needed, and Eliyahu is just the Navi needed for the job. Will Eliyahu HaGiladi manage to break Achav away from the package deal of enticing opportunities in the deepest depths of Avodah Zarah that come with a close relationship with the Phoenicians? He'll certainly try. Stay tuned.